collective reading. So, King of Cups and King of Pentacles energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But I am not so sure that it is a king perspective. We will see. So, Six of Wands, right? 10 of Cups in reverse, 9 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, 3 of Wands. You know, initially, the feeling that I got from this is when do we say that we have attained or achieved success? What is that point where we will fully feel that, you know, we're successful at something? And who's to say that that is success, right? So I feel like this is the perspective of somebody that, you know, they probably feel like they should be winning at life at this point. They feel like they should be proud of what they've achieved, where they are at, right? This seems to be somebody that is quite an achiever. But I don't think this person really, truly has achieved, I guess, the full sense of that happily ever after. Because success is one thing, but contentment and happily ever after and all the things that come with that can be quite another. So I feel like this is somebody that is and has achieved a lot. But maybe the story isn't over. Maybe there's still more to be achieved. There's still more to do and to have. Okay. I feel like it's giving this notion that it's not over just yet. Okay. Now with the Knight of Cups, and then there's that King of Pentacles. Well, for the middle energy, you know, I feel like there was intention. There was good intention here. I feel like this is a king and a King of Pentacles energy that did have good intentions. It feels like they had wanted to explore something and they were intentional, right? They weren't going into something with some kind of malice, right? Or some kind of intention to hurt. But I don't think they were really able to fully follow through on whatever their intention was. Okay. The Strength in reverse kind of tells me this is a king that did not or was not able to really fully give. Or there's, I'm trying to, what is this energy? Because the Five of Swords tells me they stopped putting energy towards something. Practically, they did give up. But what the Strength card in reverse tells me, it's not because they wanted to, because they had an intention from the start, but maybe they lost their footing, maybe they lost their confidence, or they just lost something here for them to have given up, right? When the intention was, I'm going to do right by this. With the King of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, Hermit in reverse, and the 7 of Swords. I don't think that this king thought things through. I think that they were approaching a situation that they had all the good intentions for, but I don't think they thought this through. I don't think they really planned it or, you know, even tried to see where it would go. They may have left it up to whatever, right? Like, let me just do this, because there was a desire to do it, right? But I think they didn't think ahead about maybe consequences or what would happen. So they went into it intentional, but they kind of flaked. It feels like an energy of somebody that flaked out on a situation. And now they're just kind of sucking it up. Like, now they're just kind of like, well, you know, it ended up this way because this is what happened. Without really considering that maybe if they had the foresight, that maybe it wouldn't have had to go to that length, right? Whatever the situation is. So it's a masculine king perspective. I think they thought that they had really done something here, and then it turns out that they didn't really achieve something. Because they flaked out in the end. Whatever this is, I don't know. Let's see more. I kind of want to see more of this energy for whoever this is. Why did it end up this way, right? Yeah. So they flaked because they were trying to avoid drama. And I think, honestly, it feels like a king that didn't want to take accountability for something here. Although in a King of Pentacles energy, that's kind of odd, because a King of Pentacles actually does take accountability, right? They actually do. They are known for their consistency, right? Their honesty, their practicality. So to have flaked in this way just doesn't seem kind of right here. So this could have to do with a connection. Maybe they had met someone that they thought, wow, I've met this person and this is so great, and I can't believe that this is, you know, such a great connection, and I have all these intentions for this person in this connection. But then they kind of did not see how things might progress. And then the more that they saw how things were going, the more that they started to detach or disconnect, right? And so they flaked. And this is an avoidant energy, okay? Because you do not flake in a situation like this. You have to have the courage to at least be able to present yourself in the proper way. Meaning, if you weren't able to fulfill something, then you should have said that. Like, you don't just disappear or give some flimsy excuse and that's it. Because I feel like there was some kind of agreement, right? There was some kind of agreement between this person and another person about whatever connection this is. But this king obviously avoided the situation because they could sense the difficulty that was ahead. And now I think this king, as they probably reflect on this with this Hermit in reverse, they probably are thinking, this could have gone a different way. Maybe I should have seen this through. Maybe I should have given it more time. So they're a little bit, they're not emotional, but they're just feeling a way about it. Because I think from the get-go, this king is showing an energy of, well, I was intentional. I did have good intentions here. I just couldn't follow through, right? That's kind of how it's coming up for whoever this reading is for. Like, this is the energy of this person, okay? I mean, yeah, there was potential for this connection, probably. I do feel this king, and this is not to diss or you know, say that this king is a bad person. Again, we don't do that in these readings, and so unless I clearly see that, and I will probably express that in a private reading, but in a collective reading, I don't want to get into really, you know, tearing down any energies that we see. I think though that this king, you know, all the potential in this connection, but they had failed to live up to their part in this, where they take accountability and they properly communicate expectation, okay? Because there's something here about how they were intentional and they probably wanted to see this through, but they cut out here, and that's obviously not going to be fair to whoever they are dealing with, right? So this could have been handled in a much better way. I think though this king now, as they reflect on this and now as they think about it, they do know the way that they acted was not right, okay? And I think they also find that probably this was actually that winning energy that they felt. It was probably a potential for success in this connection, but they didn't do right by that. So I don't know. I don't know why this is a king that's lamenting or thinking about this situation, but they obviously are. It feels like a situation that's already done. And it's one of those things probably where it's like you think back and you're like, I could have done it this way. or maybe if I had seen this through, or if I had given this more time. So there's regret, right? There's regret in the energy. Because there's a lot of like, if I had done it this way, if I had planned it this way, if I had thought this through, if I had said this, it's this king is thinking I should have had better planning, basically, right, in this situation. But you know, here's the thing, and here's the guidance. When we are in the situations that we are in, sometimes what we present is all that we can really present, right? So if this king, in that time when this happened, at best all they could do was give a flimsy excuse and kind of cut out and flake. I guess that's all they really had to give. Could they have been better? Definitely, right? Could they have mustered up the strength and the courage to be better? Definitely. But it seems like this is all that they could have and had done. Now they reflect back and now they regret. And the big lesson here is to not do that again, to not be that way in the future, right? I think though this king is in this energy of thinking about this, because whatever and whoever this connection is, it's important. It's important still. It feels like this king still values this person, this connection, but there's not much that they're going to be able to do here if this is the way that they had acted, right? And now that, and I think that's why this king is thinking, if only I had been like this. So I think there's a door that has closed on a connection in a situation. And as this king tries to assess their actions, they can see that the door is closed, because why on earth would the door be open to them when they had acted this way? Okay, I feel like that's what's going on here. Like they should have done this, they could have done that, you know, or maybe they're thinking that whoever they're dealing with is obviously a queen, so they would be thinking, you know, that queen deserved better, that queen, you know, should have gotten this from me. So it's a lot of that, a lot of reflecting. Again, it's regret, but the situation seems done. Now, this is fine to be in an energy like this, because we actually are meant to learn from it, to think about it, learn from it, and not to repeat it, right? But to wallow in this, obviously this king, if they're still wallowing in this kind of energy, then maybe it's because they're feeling an urge to do something. And definitely that's an option, right? We can always try to make up for our shortcomings. But that should be something proactive that happens on this king's part, to try to mend something here, to try to maybe create proper closure, whatever that may be. Okay, so I feel like that's this reading and the guidance for today. We have Virgo energy, Aquarius energy, Capricorn, Taurus. The number 7. Aries, and let's do the letters. It's kind of fun. I was also wanting to go into charms, but I don't know. I don't know if I would have the time to really go into that. So in the letter V, let's see. Again, a Q, Queen. Letter L, right? There's a letter M, a letter S, we have Z, okay, we have a P, another S, okay, we have a C, we have a D, an E, and last letter is a K. You know, I try to look, is there anything that can be spelled and things like that, but that would actually take me a lot of time to even... I'm seeing the word desk. I don't know. Desk. These could just be easily just be initials, guys. Okay. But that's what I have.